fucking it is.
That's right. Brink of Sanity, episode 19. We got a
19, 18 and a half.
18 and a half. Well, yeah, a half, because we were supposed to have video along with this one, but we don't. But since we were here and we're already drinking, we figured we might as well record all this stuff. Apparently, my computer is the worst, and it won't accept any sort of video whatsoever. So we're going to have to wait until I get my tax refund check, which should be very, very, very soon. Then I'll go out, I'll buy a computer, and then everything will be working. Then you could see
Yay.
our fat mugs, and then you'll be like, why did I wait for this?
Yeah.
Then you'll be
Pretty
very, very
much.
disappointed and say, can you go back to audio? Jay just wasted $1,000.
Yep.
But we thought we had it set up correctly, and then I heard screaming outside, and I thought it was just the Mexicans having a fiesta. So I leaned outside to scream at them to shut up, and the building next door is ablaze. So we had to wait another 45 minutes. If anybody actually went on the forums and wanted to catch us live, we originally shot for 8 o'clock, and I changed it to 8:30 thinking nobody would notice. And then when there was still Armageddon outside, I actually posted how it's going to be 9:30. And we pretty much got started at 9:30. Anyway, I look
About nine.
outside,
About
and
nine.
yeah, close enough. Your audio is still tweaking out.
Okay.
So I look outside, and the building is completely ablaze. And there are fire trucks and ambulances and police cars everywhere. And it was quite loud. So there was no fiesta. Lots and lots of burning buildings, though. So they're just about wrapping up. You'll probably hear some trucks pulling away shortly, but it looks like the fire's out. I don't think anybody was hurt. I don't think anybody was home. But it was fun watching the firemen come in and rip apart their doors and break all their windows and stuff. So, you know,
Cool.
it's an interesting start to the evening. And then
Yes.
I do have this asshole who lives across the way from me who likes to chop stuff up with a buzzsaw all day. He started at 8 in the morning last Saturday, and he went until 4:30 in the afternoon, and he was just doing it like 5 minutes ago. I swear, I'm going to friggin' fill up a water balloon with acid and throw it from my roof onto him. The guy does it all day. Who gets up at 8 in the morning on Saturday and like assumes that nobody else is sleeping and says, you know what, this is a good time to saw metal. I am going to chop metal up in my backyard, and there's no way it'll piss off the guy that lives 20 feet away. Because he apparently likes to get up at dawn also. Wrong, and I may cause you severe bodily harm.
That happened to me last Sunday. Am I still choppy, by the way?
No, you're not.
Okay. That happened to me last Sunday. Across the street from me, there's this like old factory or something. There's always these weird things going on, and like 7:30 in the morning on Sunday, I started hearing this music, and I just assumed it was a car. And when it didn't stop, I was like, "What the fuck?" And it turned out there was there's a field. There's like a big house with like a field, and it turns out there was like some like medieval dancing competition going on. And then in the factory parking lot was an antique car show. Then I found out it was also the Puerto Rican Day Parade because when my parents picked me up and we went on my boat and we were driving through the streets of my town to get to the highway, and every car in front of us had a Puerto Rican flag hanging out. And I'm like, okay, I know I live in a shitty town where there's a lot of Puerto Rican people, but what are the odds that every single one of those dumb fucks that puts the flag up on their car is in front of us while we're trying to get to the highway, you know? And it
Does
turned
it
out
get
I
any
read the
cheesier than putting flags on a car?
let's put the flag of a country that's never done anything, yet we're very proud to be from because we don't have to pay taxes or vote or go to
But we're
jury
not
duty
there.
or any of that stuff. Yeah, but
We're
we're
not
not
at that.
there. Puerto Rico is nicer than America because all the Puerto Ricans are here.
Right.
That's
Yeah, but it's so
that.
fucking great. And then you go to Puerto Rico, and they don't have their flags on their car over there.
No.
I don't know. That's just whatever.
Okay. Welcome to the racist show.
You know who else I hate?
Do
Let's not go there yet. We're only 5 minutes in.
you ever hear that David Cross CD? The the double C? Um,
The,
I forgot what it's called. Uh,
uh, I have heard a couple of David Cross CDs.
the first one that he had, probably he has one. His most recent one that I know of is called "It's Not Funny." It's not that one. It's the one before that. It's the one that you can also get the DVD where it has like the tour or whatever. Anyway, it's a double CD, and like he gets to it's the last track of the second CD, and
Oh, shut up, you fucking baby!
yeah, that one. Shut up,
Yeah, I
yeah,
got
you
that one.
shut up, you fucking baby. And you get to the last track, and he's talking, and he goes, "You know what else I really hate is niggers." And he goes, "Wouldn't that be really
Yeah,
funny if after all this time it just took this weird turn?" He's like, "No, I'm just kidding. That's not really what I hate, but it just made me think of that moment."
yeah, that was a good one.
Mm. That
So
banging you
what
keep
is
hearing is my glass hitting the microphone as I take a sip. Sorry.
okay? That's fine. What are you drinking?
Captain of Coke. What are you drinking?
I am drinking Captain Morgan Silver. Have you ever tried this creation?
No.
It is the greatest thing on earth. It's Captain Morgan, only you can't taste the alcohol at all. It's like Captain Morgan water. It's just as strong too.
Huh.
It is pretty brilliant, and I've been doing a rum tasting. I had what was it? Peach rum, Captain Morgan, and Captain Morgan Silver, and I was going to do a rum tasting tonight. But I've just been tasting the Captain Morgan Silver over and over and over again. I think I'm on my fifth taste, and
Still
they all turn
trying
out
to get the hang of that.
hang a what?
Hang of the taste. You're still trying to, those snobs that go to wine tastings and they're like, "Oh, I could really taste the French urine that's in here."
Yeah, the this one has a musky odor and it's dry. And we already went off on that stupid movie with the guy who likes wine, right?
Sideways?
Ugh, awful.
It was
I'm
terrible.
sa- I'm sad and I like wine. I'm still sad and I still like wine. The end. Boo.
Yeah.
Uh, so we have
I'm drinking rum
Incoherent,
coke, but in between I'm doing Jaeger shots in between. So
and you also need to turn off whatever internet thing you're using.
all right.
You sound like Max Headroom all episode.
That's what
We're
I like.
professional. We're big time now, and you're just you're bringing the amateur back into the show.
We might have a listener popping in on the Skypecast.
Yeah, we might also have Mr. Alex, four-time co-host, coming in. I think he's trying to figure out how to download this program. I don't think he's
Gonna
very
get it?
experienced on the interweb, so
Internet's like computers now.
it is. So he might pop up, and probably won't, because that's the kind of support we get.
If you're
Now, actually, we
listening
got
to,
a.
Nope.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna do the plugs. Go ahead.
Oh, well, yeah, I was going to say, we just got accepted into Dig today, and I
Yeah.
posted something on the forums, and we already got dug a few times. So thank you, everyone who did that. That was pretty quick work. If we can get a couple more digs, we should probably start getting some new listeners from that. So, keep clicking
Our
on.
show's called the Brink. Our show's called the Brink of Sanity. He's Jay. I'm Bry. Our website's the brinkofsanityshow.com. We've got some photos up there, some old ones. We got a message board. You can interact and talk to us, talk to some of the other co-hosts that we have, talk to some of our fans, talk to well, that's about all that's on there, I guess. There's
I
a
think
lot of
that
shit you
covers
can do.
everything.
There's a lot of shit you can do on there. It's we're just getting off the ground here. We're past the point, I guess, of quitting. So I guess we're gonna stick this out for a while, unfortunately. But so come check out the website, post on the forums. Don't post too much though. Uh, you know, and
Well, just
there's a
make sure it's a worthwhile post. That's all.
There's a thing on the main page. If you click on it, please click on it. It helps us get more exposure. So every time the link for the Rock Band stupid annoying video, our site gets posted on other sites, and people find us, and that's the way we sort of network. It's an annoying video, and it's like 10 minutes long. My suggestion is turn the speakers off, minimize the screen, go to the bathroom, come back, and it'll be done. And then no harm on your part, and we get a little help from you. So.
I don't think you can say that, so I mean, watch it intently and then buy shit from whatever website it sends you to. I'm going to change the ad next week, so then you could watch the new ad, and then that helps us even more. So,
good. I could do that at work then. Good.
I'm going to try and change it every couple of weeks, assuming people click on it. And
there's also a link on our website where you can go vote for us on Podcast Alley, the shit website. That's all podcasts that they don't update because they don't like us, because we're actually funny.
Yeah, everyone who has our podcast hosting service hasn't been getting updated. It's been about 5 weeks for us, so thank you for that. And then you can subscribe through iTunes on that front page too. Yep. And you could write reviews of us on iTunes. And
Oh, you can?
Oh, yeah, you can. And if you get a few reviews, then they actually add you to the... Like, right now you could search for us, but you can't, browse for us. I think after a certain amount of reviews, you're browsable. I think that's how it works.
Browsable. I like that.
Yeah. So that's what's going on right now.
Not really. Yeah.
So what do we got now? Planes and sawing. Before it was ambulances and fire trucks, and I believe we're still going to add in dogs and screaming Mexicans, and then we got every noise that I get in my apartment.
And my neighbors,
screaming Mexicans.
And one of my asshole neighbors' trucks should be going off anytime now.
Good.
I don't even know him, and I hate him. I just hate him. He drives this huge fucking truck, and he backs it in, and I have to go around it to get to my garage. And in the winter, he had a snowplow on it in the winter, so it was even worse. And it's just ugh. It just annoys me. I don't know him, and I hate him. Plus, I hear him having sex all the time.
Really?
It was cool the first time, but now it's just annoying.
How close is your apartment to this guy?
Well, I mean, it's
on the same floor. Oh, it's on the same floor.
Yeah, I mean, they're all the same. All the condos here are all the same, layout. It's just next to each other. So the first time I heard it was cool. I liked it, but then it just became annoying. It was all right, I'm trying to sleep here.
I was going to say you should do what they did in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but one, I don't think you saw the movie, and two, you'd also need to have a girl. But the couple broke up, and they each had somebody else, and they were in back-to-back hotel rooms, so they were trying to out loud each other to get the other person jealous. It got let's say you should do that to your neighbor. Then
I used to have that.
Girl.
Yeah, remember I used to say that when we were in Boston in college, because one year I took a class and my girlfriend at the time was in it, and I remember I kept saying that I had this vision of us breaking up, and at one point we'd walk in the class and she'd be sitting next to 10 guys, and I'd be on the other side of the room next to the 10 hottest girls, and we'd just be staring at each other. But it turns out we just fought, and then we just never went to the class, and the teacher died or something. I don't know what happened to that. We didn't have class for 2.5 weeks, and then all of a sudden we had it again with some new lady, and I never went.
And they never said what happened?
No, and then I don't know. I never really went. Neither of us went. 2 weeks we would go canceled. We're cool. All right, the class is done. We showed up one day and there was this lady, and she's all right, I'm taking over the class, and we just stopped going. I stopped going. She stopped going. And then when I took the final, I told the lady, I was like, listen, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm taking this pass fail. If I fail, just don't count the credit. It's some weird thing where you just count the credits as pass or fail. I don't remember how it worked, but I was
I had one class.
And I guess I passed it because I graduated. So, but it was so sociology of drinking. It was so weird class.
Really?
Mm.
I took a class, Is There Life on Other Planets? So I guess we both took our winter classes.
Well,
But
I
I
mean,
took
it actually it had promise. I mean, it sounded like an interesting concept, and the original guy made it kind of interesting. But once he like disappeared, and we don't know whatever happened to him, um, it just sort of lost interest in it. And then like the new lady got like all like it was all sociology, and it wasn't like drinking. The first guy was all about drinking.
hmm,
It was strange.
interesting. Yeah, my class was. I thought like, Is There Life on Other Planets? I thought I was going to get this crazy guy who was just going to tell stories about how he got abducted and then quiz us on it. But actually, it was like all formulas. You know, the amount of stars divided by the likelihood of how many inhabitable planets. But it was just a
Yeah.
really long formula, and it turned out being like a really intensive math class. And so my bullshit class was actually like one of my harder classes that semester. I was
You
not.
had like
I
every
had
class you had
lots.
was bullshit class.
Um, that was just because I was a communications major.
Oh, that's
I had
true.
a radio production class, and
I did like three of your presentations for your classes.
yeah, well, the entire final in that radio production class was to make an hour-long radio show, and we had a college radio show, so I just hit record for an hour and handed it
Yeah.
in, and
Yeah.
since we were awesome, I got an A. And
Then I did your video studio production where I did the furniture salesman, and then I did your video
road rage.
non-studio production where we did the road rage commercial.
I'm trying to find those. I can't find those right now.
Oh, I have them.
You have those?
Yeah, I have them. Yeah,
Nice.
I have them on a
Yeah.
tape somewhere. I don't know how I'd get them on the computer,
Hmm.
but I have them
Well, if you
I
ever
have them
come
on
to
a
New
tape.
York, if you ever come to New York, bring them over because my new computer will be able to record them.
Okay.
We have Alex in the house. I don't know if he can talk or not. He's kind of
He's
like
under talking. He should be able to talk.
he's being the show lurker right now. Uh, I guess he's not going to talk. Oh,
He
well,
probably
thanks
doesn't have a
for.
microphone.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't. God damn it, Alex. All right. Well, Alex is our guest. He just won't be a speaking guest. So
Hey,
everyone
Alex, how are you? Oh, you're doing good? Oh, that's great.
everyone has said they wanted Alex back. He's back. So now you can shut
He's
up.
back. Yeah. Alex and Invisible Chair are both guest hosting tonight.
uh, he is iming me right now. Um,
Just read his IMs. It'll be like he's talking. Hi, I am Alex.
says no mic, no mic. Well, fuck you, Alex.
Hey, wait a minute.
uh,
No.
he
Can't
said,
you
"Fuck you
call
too."
Skype?
Yes, you can. You can call Skype. Oh no, I think we need a phone number. I don't think you can just like. I think you have to
Can't you
pay for
call
like.
him?
Oh, I think you can.
I don't know.
Now
You
we're
might have to
rolling.
pay for that, though. Oh, now we're
Now we're moving.
Skypecasting.
Yeah, we're moving on all cylinders now.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Round two of the fire here.
yeah. You missed all the anarchy before, Alex. It was the building next to me was on fire. Oh, well, here we go.
What's that?
Hello, you're on the show. What's
You
up?
sound like a...
Turn your speakers down because you're echoing. No, I can still hear myself twice.
Jay, are you at McDonald's drive-thru? That's what it sounds like.
I think that's good now.
Okay, because now I can't hear myself at all. So that's fine.
That's all right. You don't need to hear yourself. You know what you're saying.
I know what I sound like.
So, why are you home listening to our show instead of in our luxurious studios?
Well, actually, I was feeling a little tired and stuff, but then my roommate just got home, and so I'm going to go out with her and all her friends. So.
Wait a sec, your roommate drinks?
What? What?
Your roommate
Doesn't he live
drinks.
with a bunch of hot girls?
He lives
I
with.
know it's just a shocking trend, you know.
He lives in like a party house. Like those two girls drink like so much. It's great.
It is. Actually, it can be quite fun. So, but I can't stay up too late. We're shooting a TV pilot tomorrow, so.
TV pilot.
Short-lived.
And what character are you playing?
He's actually a doctor.
Really?
Yeah, the scene we're shooting tomorrow is in the courtroom. There's not really any talking, but Sunday we shoot a scene in a bar. It's funny, the premise is
Hey,
these openers going to a bar and they start complaining about how no one takes them seriously and how, they're whole people's lives and they're, balance in their hands, and then they turn on us, and they're like, who's more important than lawyers? And then we go, or doctors. And they're like, oh, well,
Keep them talking. I'm getting
and
drunk.
they're like, should you be at work? And they're like, oh no, we're still on the clock.
Nice.
And so, there's a little scene like that someone ends up choking, and then people are like, well, who's there a doctor here? And we're like, no, well, we're doctors. And then the lawyer says, no, you can't. You can't do that here. You're out of your office. You'll get sued. And so, some other funny things happen. So.
That sounds pretty good. So, what is? Are they pitching it to just anybody, or is there a specific channel?
I don't know who they're actually pitching it to. I mean, I barely know the people, and get this, I think I already told you this, but the name of the TV show, if it stays as it is now, is Barely Legal.
Nice. So that sounds like more of like a Comedy Central, Spike, FX type of audience.
Yes.
That's cool. I'd rather be on those channels anyway because you could get away with more stuff. I feel like all the.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't think I'm getting paid for this. Make do for now.
Right. That's cool. So where are you off to? Where are you drinking tonight?
Well, actually, I think we're going to go someplace that has beer pongs. I know you're going to be jealous.
I am very jealous. Show's over, folks.
It's over.
We are cutting it short.
Beer pong. You got to go.
That is my sport of choice, and I am also pretty damn good at it.
You are the champ. I've seen you. You and the best partner, yeah, you're fucking off.
Yeah. My record is 10 in a row against pretty good players too, and then I had to stop because I was going to die.
Yeah, you drink that much beer, yeah.
There's only so many games of that you could play in a row. But yes, I am very, very jealous now. I'm sitting in my studio alone, talking to fucking Bry, who isn't even here right now.
Well, let me just think about it. You're not getting annoyed by people that are drinking too much or, spending too much money yourself. I mean, they're all good things.
Yeah. Cool, man.
But I will let you know what transpires this evening at a later date, but I'm about to actually take off.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in, and we got Randy coming next week, but if you want to come back the week after, let me know.
Is that the 18th?
That is, I have no idea.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out.
It sounds about
For
right.
me, and I will be listening to this. I still have to listen to the rest of the last days or a couple days ago. So.
Yeah, we're pumping out the episodes now. It's going to be a hard time keeping up with us.
Yeah,
That's right, we're doing 2 a week.
Work now, so I hate that, but what can you do?
What can you do? All right, man. Well, we'll be talking to you soon.
Congrats on your, the way the topic turned out good.
The way the what?
With your the gallery thing where you might get hired.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, man. Have a good night. I'll talk to you later.
All right, later, man.
Bye, Alex. Good talking to you.
That was Alex, everyone.
Yes, it
So,
sounded like a drive-through.
Yeah, well, he didn't have a microphone for Skype, so he had to call in, and I had to put him on speaker and put the phone to the microphone. Where that was a real ghetto jerry-rigged phone call right there. But
That's okay. I got to do another Jaeger shot, so.
there you go. So yeah, Alex, four-time co-host, BrinkSanityShow.com if you want to find out more about Alex's acting stuff. He's in a bunch of shows and stuff.
I'm not even going to listen anymore.
Huh?
I said he's gone. He's not going to listen anymore.
No, he's gone. He's going to play beer pong with a bunch of chicks.
I wasn't listening to what he had to say.
Yeah, he's going out with a bunch of girls to go play beer pong, and thanks for the invite. You are not allowed on this program anymore until I get to play beer pong with a bunch of chicks. And if
I didn't want to play beer pong with a bunch of chicks. I suck at beer pong.
I am a superstar. But if you are my girlfriend and you're listening, I would much rather be sitting here without any chicks and talking to Brian. So
Jay doesn't have a girlfriend.
I make stuff up.
You don't have a girlfriend because I haven't seen you in a while, so you haven't slept with anybody.
I know. For about 3 years, I would only get laid on nights when Bri showed up. I would end up running into a fine feline. Only on the nights Bri showed up. So it was kind of weird. I guess
Yep.
I guess by comparison, you make me look really good.
Wow. $500 I'll never get back, that's for sure.
500 for what? You paid them?
For those girls to sleep with you.
Jesus Christ. And I thought it was all my sweet skills.
No, you don't have any sweet skills, you know that.
You're right.
You're not a pimp like me.
No. I think this Skypecast is going to be our new thing.
Yeah?
Until we get the video cast going. So by our new thing, I mean for like the next 2 episodes. But, people could jump in and talk and jump back out.
There's no difference between what we did and what we're doing now, except that random people could just jump on in and be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Right. Yeah, some guy was in here a second ago, and he was about to start talking, so I moved him to listening, and then he left. So
I got an email from somebody who said she was gonna. I told her to join, and she said if I join, do I have to talk? And I said no, we can put you on the listening tab, where we have to approve if you want to talk. But no sign of her. She doesn't have the guts. She's also the same person who trash talks and says she could beat me in Tetris, which ain't gonna happen.
All right, the only person that can beat you in Tetris is me, so stop being stupid. You are a woman, which means you can't play video games.
But I also have to be nice to her because she is the person who invited me to Vegas and is letting me freeload with her and her girlfriends. I'm going to Vegas in 3 weeks from today with 4 women, and staying in a suite at the Bellagio, and it's all because of her. So I'll probably have to let her win a Tetris just because of that, just because out of guilt.
So all my friends are hanging out with like 3 and 4 women a night. Not fair.
Well, you know, I could be a real loser and bring my laptop to Vegas, and I could podcast you from there.
That would be pretty fun. I could actually see that happening. You'll probably get into a fight with them. Somewhere. You'll get into a fight with them, like on the plane. They won't let you stay with them, and then you'll be doing the podcast from outside their door, and they're yelling "Go away" the whole time.
I only know one of the people I'm going with, so there is that possibility.
There is a really good chance of offending people then.
Which is because of the fact that I only know one of the 4 that are going. It took me a month and a half to decide to go. When any normal person would have said, "What? I could go to Vegas with you guys and stay in a suite?" Yeah, I'll go. Sure. Yeah. But no, it took me a month of going, well, do I want to do that? Do I want to not do that? Because I'm also the stupidest person in America. Or probably the world, too, I guess.
Are you growing a big shaggy beard for this trip?
Not big and shaggy, but it's just regular. You saw it on the webcam the second that it worked. It's just standard regular length.
Right. All right.
Oh, I got two things about beards actually.
Okay.
I read somewhere. Oh, I read on somebody's MySpace profile that I think that New York City beard and mustache thing that I went to a couple years ago is happening again soon, but I haven't found out about it yet. So we got to go to that if it happens because that's a fun night. And another thing is, remember Johnny Promo from Mexico?
I do.
He's got this huge beard, a huge beard. He hasn't shaved in like 2 years, and he's doing this stupid thing on their the radio station called the Beard of Love, which basically a dating thing. It's like they're trying to find him a date or whatever.
Right.
It's called Beard of Love instead of Rock of Love. But there was every Thursday in the Hartford Current they have like local professionals. They do like a profile on like young single people in Hartford or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday I'm reading I went home for lunch and I'm reading the paper, and there's Johnny Promo, his picture with this huge beard, and he's
awesome.
the young professional in Hartford of the week, and he's talking about his beard. And anybody out there who's listening who knows who Johnny Promo is, he'll never admit this, but the inspiration for him growing a huge beard is me. Because when we went to Mexico, he loved my beard. Yeah, Jacob vouched for that because we went to Mexico. I won a free vacation a couple years ago, and we went to Mexico with the afternoon show from WCCC, and Johnny Promo just loved my beard.
Not that I'm complaining, but how did I end up going to an all-expense-paid trip to Mexico and not like a girl?
Well, that's a very good question. Well, you should obviously know the answer to that is that no girl in her right mind would willingly go away for a week for free with me knowing that you're not going away for free with me. Nothing's free. You know?
That was an awesome week, though.
No, what happened? Well, in all honesty, they gave me 2 weeks' notice. They called me and they said, because I originally won a 4-day vacation, and they called me and they said, your phone call was really good. You sounded like you had a lot of personality, and we're taking listeners with us. If you want to go for 7 days at no extra cost, it's in 2.5 weeks. And I was like, oh, and it was like end of April, I guess.
Yeah.
So I literally made a list of people, and there was guys and girls. There was one list of girls, one list of guys, and I just went down the list of who I wanted and who I wanted, who could go and who would go. And most of you were probably like third or fourth on the list. There was probably a few girls ahead of you, but none of them could go. So it worked out well for you. And it worked out well for us because we had a good time.
That was a great trip. We fucked up our moment in the sun, though.
Yeah.
We went with the radio station guys, and they let us bring a mobile recording device, and they were going to let us do a bit. And we had to take a piss, and
Jay shut the recorder off.
Yeah, I figured we'd pause it while we were taking a piss because nobody wants to hear that. The stream wasn't live, but I figured why even record it? And it turns out once you hit stop, like you can't, like the tape is finished, or I don't know. It was something weird. So like our bit ended in like a minute. I'm still bitter about that because we had some funny shit on there. We kept talking to the radio station guys, and then they would go on the air and use all our jokes,
steal our jokes. Like a month after the vacation. They stole our jokes because the 4th of July that year, they said they did a promo that said we put the Dom in freedom. And it's like, oh, where'd you get Dom from? You got Dom from me.
You said that like 3 times to him.
Yeah,
we were talking to them and we both were cracking jokes. And then he said, "All right, be quiet. We're going live." And he like said our joke like while we're still standing right there, right in front of us. He like said our joke. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
And then the best part, the two best parts of by best I mean worst parts of that were they told us they're like, we want you to experience the hotel, experience Mexico. At the end of the week, we're going to put you on the air. Don't go on the air yet. So they didn't put us on the air. They put that other couple on the air who was boring and had nothing to say. At the end of the week, they didn't put us on the radio. And then at the end of the week, we got back and they posted pictures of the trip on the website. the only picture they took, there's like one shot of like the whole like crew sitting under the pool, and like
We got
we're
a phone.
there, and I have my hat over my head, so you can't see that it's me.
Hello. Hello, you're on the show.
Oh, dude, what are you doing?
We're recording a show.
Oh,
This
hey,
is,
what's going on, everybody?
this is the professor again. He has the uncanny knack of only calling me while we're recording shows, apparently. So what's going on, Professor?
Not much. Not much.
We are talking about Mexico.
Mexico,
Yes,
Pick
all right.
very cool place.
We went to Cancun for I won an all expense paid trip, and for some reason I ended up going. So yeah,
Pretty cool. Yeah, I went to Cancun. Did some funny things there. It was a good time.
sure was. So what are you doing tonight? What brings you to the studio, kind of?
Really? Just wanted to, see what you guys were talking about, what was going on.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're sitting here doing this.
Talking to you.
Yeah, talking to you. You want me to call you back when we're done recording?
Yeah, sure.
All right, talk to you later, man. Bye. I like just putting people on the show on the spot without them knowing. It's like, oh,
Yep.
shit. People are going to stop calling me if I keep doing that. And then I'll be happy.
Even though he probably had no idea even what you were talking about. Even though he was on the show, he was probably just like, huh?
Yeah, he probably doesn't know he was on the show. So what they had a group picture and you weren't in it?
There's like one big shot of like everybody sitting there, and like I have my hat, like I'm holding. Just they caught me at like the moment where I took my hat off, and it's like in front of my face, so you can't even see that it's me.
Nice.
And like they could see you, but you lived in Long Island, so nobody knew who you were anyway. It's like, oh,
Right,
there's
right.
Jay, and there's a guy with a hat over his face.
The other thing I liked about that is they gave us like a couples suite, and I guess the housekeeper didn't know who was staying in there, so they kept arranging the towels in these like romantic, like it was almost like paper mache but with towels. I don't know how they did it, but they got
Yeah.
progressively gayer every day as it went. Like the first day it was like two bunnies in a basket, and then like the next day would be like a big heart, and it just got worse and worse. We would come back from drinking and just be like, oh my god, look at this shit. And then we had a hot tub in the
In our room.
room, which was friggin' sweet, but
Yep.
didn't really get put much use to that.
We had a rule: couldn't be in at the same time.
Right. So yeah, no, that was good. That was a good trip.
That was fun. Though. That was a sweet place.
That was the Moon Palace.
Moon Palace. Yeah.
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 Moon Palace.
That was fun. We did the bar crawl. I was money on that bar crawl. I pulled those hot girls out from wherever they were from. We ended up.
Oh yeah,
chasing
yeah,
them.
I remember that. That was
Everybody loved my beard. That was the one night everybody loved my beard. Everybody was like, "I got to get a picture of those guys with the beard."
we
That
should
was fun,
post that
though.
picture.
We left Johnny Promo at the bar, and he had to take a cab home, and the cab got pulled over by the cops. That was fun.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh yeah, I remember like because we went to that last bar where it was like all like pitch black and there were no lights, but it was all stairs. And I remember
Oh
walking.
yeah, it was
in
a
and
bar that was in like a stadium. So
yeah,
it's like
and I
this
lost
tiny,
you. So
narrow.
it was like it was like a stadium, and it was pitch black, like blacker than bars are. Like it was all black except for strobe lights.
I
And
don't know
like
how half the people there didn't die.
we went to the bathroom, and I came out and I lost you. So I was like, "Fuck this! I'm just going outside and waiting by the bus." So I went outside, and then like one by one, like everybody from the group came out, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there you are, there you are." And we waited for like 20 minutes. Johnny Promo didn't come out, so we left. And then the next morning we found him, and he was like, "Yeah, you guys left me, so I had to take a cab home." And the cab got pulled over, and like all this stuff happened to him.
Oh my
It was
god.
like a 40-minute drive from where we were because we were outside of Cancun, and I just remember we were talking to those smoking hot chicks from wherever they were from. They were like loving my beard,
Upstate,
and yeah, that was fun.
upstate New York. Um,
Yeah.
I
Then we had
remember
those.
that one place. Hmm?
Which one? Which place?
We went to that one place that wasn't on the main strip, and I got so fucked up there in about 10 minutes, and I wasn't even paying. Like we walked in, and this like girl's like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna be your bartender for tonight. Let's do a shot." And she like gave us a shot, and then like we walked into the other room because that room was like a hip hop room, and this huge guy, like he must have been like 6'4" or something, put me in a headlock, and he gave me a tequila shot. And then I walked over to the stage, where the stage was just uh, tons of girls dancing, but for them to get up on the stage, they had to do a shot, and then they go up on the stage dancing, and then to get off the stage, they had to do another shot, and then jump off the stage onto like a blanket, or it was kind of weird. But I was standing in front of the stage watching, and one guy came up from behind me and put like kind of like a bib on me, and another guy came up from in front of me and gave me another tequila shot. So that was like all in the span of about 10 minutes, and I was 3 shots down, and we were already pre-partying before we even went there. So the night got a little hazy after that.
That was a sweet deal. It was like $40 for like an 8 hour. Like the bar, I think it left at like 5 o'clock, and we got home at like 3 in the morning. We went to like 5 bars on a bus, and there was like 12 of us. And like
But that
we had
wasn't
this,
even that night. That was
we had the Mexican guy. Yeah, I know what night you're talking about. We had that like little Mexican guy that like got us all the drinks at all the bars, and like it was awesome. We went to Senior Frogs and like a bunch of restaurant bars. And remember, Johnny Promo had that great line. He went up to those two girls and he was like, "Hey guys, don't you want to see us make out?" And we're like, "Yeah, we do." And he's like, "Come on, you can't let the guys down." And he made out with them, and we're like, "That's the greatest line ever in the history of lines." I know the night you're talking about there. That was that creepy bar where they would just like they like come up behind you. Like one guy would take your knees out, and the other guy, so you'd fall backwards, and the other guy would just pour a shot down your mouth. And I remember I wasn't
yeah, it
drinking because
was.
I was sick, and like people kept coming up to me with shot. And I was like, no, I don't fucking want anything. And I remember like everybody in the bar was on E. I just remember watching everybody, and I was like, oh, these people are all fucked up. I
That
remember
place
that
was
bar.
packed.
That was a cool bar. I was pissed I couldn't drink that night.
That was my favorite bar of the night. I don't
I don't know
even
how.
know what it was called.
I don't remember how we ended up there. How did we get home that night? Did we take a cab? Must have taken a cab because I
Yeah,
wasn't on the bar call. That was just like a random bar. Like somebody told us to go there.
yeah, it was way off the beaten path. Like I think it was like a locals place. That's why it was so like rowdy and crazy. It was like not touristy at all.
Yeah. That was fun. And then we did the well, you missed the swimming with the dolphins because you were like half dead. Then we did the scuba diving thing. We took a little boat out. That we had that great picture of us in the boat.
Yeah, we should post all those pictures.
Yeah, yeah, we should.
Got
I loved.
Bry's terrorist beard.
The
Picture of two hot girls stroking it.
yeah, the beard,
Yeah, the beard.
the beard, you perverts.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. So that was our Mexican adventure.
Mm-hmm.
We are almost out of time.
How long have we been on here? Like 2 days?
Pretty much. I mean, we've been on for hours, but we couldn't start recording because of the friggin' building on fire and all that shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Um, we got we've been recording legitimately.
Nobody else joined, huh? That lying bitch,
No.
she never joined. I mean, I take it back. She's not a lying bitch. She's a very sweet girl.
I want you to undownload all the episodes, put them back on the internet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been getting pretty good support with when we say to click on our dig site and dig us up. A bunch of people did within hours, so thank you for that. Bry didn't even do it yet because he's a bastard.
No. I didn't like your pun, that's why.
Well, I'm gonna fill up the entire site with puns if you don't dig us.
Fuck you. But you wouldn't dare.
Oh, I dare. then the forums will just be us yelling back and forth at each other.
I'm gonna make that fake name so I got to fight with myself.
I am going out to a social with a couple stand-up comedians on Sunday, so I will tell about that adventure when we record again on Wednesday.
Any good comedians?
Yeah, one of them's really.
No.
I don't like they're famous in like Chicago. One of them's David Angelo.
Nope.
Yeah, if you Google him, he's got some stuff on the internet. He's a funny guy. And then I just got a surprise text from my girlfriend saying she's not going to be able to come over for a month, so she wants to come over this weekend, which means that my video game record-breaking performance is going to have to be delayed a week. So
Why? You can't make her sit on the couch and say, "Listen, bitch, I'm gonna break these video game records," and you're gonna sit here and you're gonna like it because when I'm famous, you could say, "Yeah, I'm the fucking girl behind the guy behind the guy."
You raise a good
You're
point.
you're gonna let her call the shots?
I can't really argue with that. Maybe I will break some records this weekend.
You're goddamn right. You're gonna break some records this weekend. I'm not
I'm
down
going to
there.
break the shit out of those records.
I'm gonna come down there and keep her occupied. I'll say, "Listen, you don't know who you're talking to here."
Bri was my attorney for about 5 years in college. I wasn't allowed to do anything without Bri negotiating for me.
That's right.
But Bri can only negotiate when he's shit-faced. That was the rule.
That's why I'm negotiating right now.
That was pretty funny. Just be like, Bri, I want this girl's number. And Bri would just go over there and be like, listen, come over here for a second. He'd like haggle with her.
Let me talk to you for a second here, off the record.
It's like Fear and Loathing. I got advice, pretty much that quality. Strongly
I was making
advised.
toast. I was making toast the other day, and I was thinking about how we used to stand on the corner with the big loaf of bread and saying, "Girls like guys with lots of bread. Look at Jay, he's got bread." Remember that one? That was a good one.
Yeah. What did we do with ice cream? We asked girls to buy us ice cream or something?
We used to have a sign up. We would just say, "Do you have any ice cream?" And we met in this one group of like really hot girls that was gonna buy us ice cream. So I just, in the middle of the whole bit, I just decided I was a mime and I couldn't talk until I got ice cream. And you kept trying to get me to laugh and get me to talk. So they took us to the store and they bought us ice cream, and then I started talking.
And then they left.
Yeah, then they left. And then we just stalked them for the next 2 years. We're like, "Hey, you're the girls that bought us ice cream." And they're like, and you guys are who?"
Like a year and a half later, you're still the girls who bought us ice cream.
We had the best nicknames for people.
Yeah, we did. I don't think I knew anybody's name in all of college. But we got free ice cream out of it. So that was
Yeah, a few times.
once, yeah.
Yeah, we had the best
Panhandling.
nicknames. Girls that bought us ice cream, the kid that fell.
Me and Bri were next to each other in our dorm rooms. Freshman year, we were next to each other. And my roommate and I used to always try and fuck with Bri's roommate. I guess by association, we would fuck with Bri because, we were really like setting his roommate's room on fire, but Bri kind of lived there, so,
It was also my room, so.
Yeah. But we put, what was it? The stuff you put. Conditioner. We put like a puddle of conditioner in front of his room, hoping that when he came back to his room, he'd slip and fall. And some other poor slob was like walking past really fast. And he bit it so bad. It was one of those where his legs went like above his head. It was hilarious. He was the kid that fell for the next 4 years.
Yes, he was.
So I think that about wraps it up, right?
I guess. We haven't been coherent for an hour anyway, so at what point do we say enough's enough?
We haven't made sense in 45 minutes, but I think it's making progressively less sense. I think the show is starting to fall apart.
Yep.
So I guess we should kill it before it's totally the worst episode ever. Especially
This
since
drunk show is
last
fun. We should do this like we should like plan to do this over like every like 2 or 3 Fridays where we Skypecast and then our listeners can listen live while we're doing it. I like the fact that people can listen live but then not do anything about it. Well, I don't like that they can't do anything about it, but I like that they can listen live if they want. But I guess we could do that starting
yeah.
going forward.
Yeah, we could do that going forward, and once I get the new computer, we could do it on Stick'em, which then you can see the video also. So I think that's a good idea.
Then I have to put my shirt back on.
Definitely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll start doing that. I'll post on the forums when I get the computer and everything set up. And blah blah blah. So brinkofsanityshow.com. That is where everything is. The iTunes subscription link, the Podcast Alley vote link, the pictures, the forums, the guest hosts, the emails, the voicemail address,
Donations.
donations. Thank you again for those of you who have donated. It's all going toward new equipment and
A new computer for
website.
Jay, a new webcam for me, and a new microphone for Alex.
Exactly. Everyone wins. And then you guys get a less shitty sounding podcast. So I guess that about wraps it up, right? You got anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really.
All right. Then I guess we'll be back on Wednesday. And
Yep.
we will have Randy.
Hopefully... Oh, Randy's back?
We will have Randy and a new guest host. We're going to have both of them at the same time. So
cool.
Should be a good episode.
Are they all going to be in your room, or are they going to be telecommuting in?
Randy's going to be here. New guest is going to be on Skype.
Oh, good. So I can nod off during next week's show, and I won't have to worry about missing a whole lot.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe, probably.
Okay.
Or you can, put in some effort, bring something to the table.
I'd rather just nod off.
Thanks, buddy.
If you don't mind. Let Randy bring something to the table.
Yeah, we'll both just be like, all right, the show's yours, Randy. It's ruined. It'd be your fault. We're not saying nothing. Go.
That's right.
And we'll just stay.
She's a woman. She likes to talk.
Randy, host the show. Go. And then she'll cry.
She'll be more boring than we are.
That is hard to believe. But
she is a female and Jewish and a lawyer.
Triad of boredom.
What?
I said the triad of boredom.
Exactly.
All right, so we'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Or we might be back tomorrow. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll be back whenever we feel like it. Just keep... if you subscribe through iTunes, you don't have to worry about keeping track of our shows on a whim.
You just have to open iTunes every couple of days. That's all.
Right. You might have to manually download episode 17A. I think I mentioned that last episode. For some reason, some people are only getting part B, which doesn't make sense because it was 2 separate episodes, but what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll be back soon.
See ya.
Thank you. Have a good night.